Welcome guys once again, and let's start to design this assembly part in our Catia software. So name of this part is a press tool based assembly, and for to design this we are using a assembly workbench in our Catia software. But to design or make assembly of this part, we are using some different methods. And actually there are two types of assembly, and first one is top to down and second one is bottom to top to down, and the second one is down to top approach. In top to down we have to create a part inside the assembly workbench, but in down to top we have to create the parts in we have to create the part separate way, and then we can make assembly of this part. So now we're using a first method, which is top to down approach, and let's start to create this part. So to create this part, first of all we have to open Catia and go to start here and go to assembly design. And now in this workbench we are creating part also and making designing also. So this method is called as top to down approach assembly. And there is one another method which is down to top approach. In this down to top approach we have to create part first, then we can make assemblies of this part. But now we are creating this press tool based assembly by using top to down approach. So let's start to design this part. So first of all, go to start and go to mechanical design and go to here assembly design workbench and give here name. Just to click right click and give here the name. So first of all we'll check what is the name you have to give. So give name as the press tool based assembly. So to give here name, the press tool base assembly. I think spelling mistake is there. Assembly. And now press OK here. And let's start to create. Actually we have to create, this is one part, this is guide bush as a second. Here you can see the all dimension. So this first part is tool plate. This is tool plate. This is 1 2 3 4 part we have to create. So to create here 4 part first, from here we can create that new part. So go to insert here and select here new part, click on this press tool base assembly, and again go to insert, click new part and select this press tool assembly, and again go to insert, click to new part and click this part, insert, make new part, and actually we have to get 1 2 3 4. So it is 3 is created, and now make one last we have to create. Insert new part and select this press to pieces. And now we have to give name to this all part. So right click to here, give here name as, first of all we are creating this part, so to give name this as bottom page we have to create first. So to give name for this as bottom. This also we have to change name as, and let's start to create this part. So to double click this part, So you can come directly as this part design workbench. And now let's start to design this part. So go to sketch positioning here, select this XY plane, make sure we want proper orientation, draw our part. So let's start to design this part. At bottom you can see how this part is to design. So now this is the final model of the bottom plate. So let's start to create this plate here. First of all, create one center rectangle here. Align this all tabs properly so it can be easy to use in this workbenches. Now the length of this is 250 actually. Height it needs 150. Now we can create. Now we have created this part. So exit this to the sketch workbench. Now select this sketch and use pad command here. Make sure you are in a part body define object. Use pad command here. Make sure what is length we have to give, so 30 here we have to give as a length for this pad. And now let's start to design this all part here. So we have to create one hole here. So to go hole command and select this as hole, this face to create hole, and go to first of all position sketch here. And now check from this face we have to give 30 mm value, and from this face also we have to give 30 mm value. So to go from this to this as 30 mm. From this to this also it is 30 mm. Now exit this to the sketch workbench. And diameter value for this is 25 diameter, and make sure to use here up to next, not up blank. And this is our original feature. And let's start to make this same part on other side. So we are using rectangular pattern here. So go to this transformation tab here and select this rectangle pattern command. Give here instance dash 2 reference direction we want as this x-axis. Current solid is select this hole. Center to center distance is 190 here, and make it reverse. Now make it blue. Now you can check we have created this part by using this original feature. So just give some color to this original feature, because when we are creating our next part, so we have to ensure that our which feature is made and which part is, and which next part is our what we call that use and define or pattern feature. So this is our pattern feature and this is our original feature. So to ensure that our original feature is this, so we are changing the color of this. And now let's start to create another hole is also given here. You can see. So again go to hole command and select this top face of this part and go to position sketch here, and let's make what is the value we have to do for this. So actually from vertical axis we have to give as 55 here, and from horizontal axis we have to go 15 maybe. Now exit this 2D sketch workbench of this hole definition and make sure what is diameter of this hole is 10 and it is presented up to next. Now we could view here, and now we are using rectangle pattern to create this object. 4 more holes and select current solid as this hole, and we want 2 instant, and first reference direction we want to give, so you can see this from compass. So we have to give first as x-axis and make it first of all reverse, and distance between them is 140, and go to this second direction also and make your instance as 2, spacing between them is 70, reference element direction we have to give as y-axis and make it reverse here. Now make it preview here, and now you can see by this original feature actually we have created these 3 holes. So to make sure to give some color to this original feature, select this insert part and do this. So to ensure that this part is original and these 3 holes are pattern. Now again one hole is here. To create this hole, go to again hole command, select this as a face, go to position sketch and make sure where we have to come. So from this it is present at 125, 125. Here it is present at 50. Now exit this to the sketch workbench. Make sure what is value for this hole is 15. Diameter hole is given as 15. So take here 15. Now we can see that actually we have created this part in our assembly toolbase. Now again select this done, double click to this press toolbase assembly, and we have to give a constraint to this part. So we know that this is our bottom plate, so this part should be fixed. So go to here constraint tab and you can see one answer like a command, and the name of this command is fix component. So select this and select this part as a fix. Now you can see this part is our fix, and at specification tree you can see one constraint type is create. This is bottom plate which is fixed. And now again come to our second part to create. So right click here and give your name as, second we are creating as these pillars. So give your name as guide pillars. Now let's start to design this part. So double click this to go in this part design workbench of this guide pillar. Now let's start to design this part. So to make sure you have to design this part only to this original features. But why we have to choose this only? Actually I can tell this answer at last. So let's start to design this. So to design this part, just go to sketch positioning again and select this face only and make sure proper orientation we want. Just take project projection of this hole. So to take projection of this hole, go to project 3D element and take projection of this hole. Now this is to the sketch workbench and use add command here. Before that, make sure you are in part body object and use pair command here and dimension for this is 25. Now it is 200. So length for this is 200. Now also we have to make some, we have to do chamfer to this. So chamfer value is 2 and angle is 40. So to make chamfer to this part, so click on this chamfer and select this part. Give your length as 2, 45 and make it 2. Now you can see at bottom also and top also this part is chamfer. And now let's start to do dimension to this. Go to Q dimension, just we are checking radius value for this. So to do dimension, again we have to double click to this base assembly. So we can get that to the assembly work. Now let's start to do dimension to this. To do dimension to this, we have to first of all give from this fixed position. So we are first of all considering this as to this, and we can check the part degrees of freedom, how much degrees of freedom is remaining. Double click to this part, go to here components degrees of freedom. Now you can see one rotation is here, one translation is here. So to remove this, we have to select this contact, not contact, we have to select this option constant, select this and this way. Now let's press OK here. Now we can check how much is on this of freedom is. So there is only one. So to remove this rotation angle, just go to angle constraint here, select not xy yz plane of this part and yz plane of this fixed part. Okay, parallelism here. Now press OK. Now check how much degrees of freedom is present here. Now you can see there is no degrees of freedom for the caterpillar in the context of the first two bases. And this error means this part is fully constrained, means all degrees of freedoms are constrained, and this part is automatically taken because this part is fully constrained we are taking. And now exact this part we want at other side, so make sure to make this part on other side, use this reuse pattern here from this constraint tab of this assembly workbench and select first as this part. Reuse pattern is where we are using, we have to select this also. This is our reuse pattern and give here all dimensions also. So to check this generator constraint here also and make it apply. Now press OK. Now you can see this part is created on this side also. So this is guide pillar 1 and this is guide pillar 2, and also you can check this degrees of freedom on this part. So it can say there is no degrees of freedom. And now let's start to design our next third part. So To design third part, go to this design third part, double click to this and make it plus here and double click to this again. Make sure to choose part body of different object. Now let's start to design next part. Here you can see actually it is guide bush. So to give here name as guide bush. Let's start to design this part. So to design this part, just go to the sketch positioning and select this top face of this guide pillar and make proper orientation to take our views constant and use project 3D element here and make sure to choose this outer circle. So you can see this inside circle is coming. Delete this part, again select this outer circle only and this point is coming. Select this properly outer circle. Now you can see this outer circle is created and we have to create another circle to this. So to go to circle command and select this at the center, create one circle. Okay, diameter value here is given as 40 mm. Give your diameter value. Now just adjust this to this workbench. Make sure what is length we have to do. Length 60 here. Now select pad command here. Give length value for this is 60. Make sure to make direction as reverse and make preview here. And also we have to give chamfer to this. So select chamfer from this dresser feature tag and select this part and give here length value as 2. Yes, okay. And once again give this part as constraint, same like this. So to give constraint, I will go to press tool assembly, to press tool base assembly, double click to this, left click, left double click to this press tool assembly. Now let's start to give constraint to this. So first of all, coincident this. So to coincide this, we have to hide. First of all, we are hiding this guide pillar. And select constraint of this and select constraint of this, not this guide, because this part is fixed and this is not. And now make sure to give dimension from this fixed place only. And one offset we have to give. Select this top face and this face. And press OK here. And one last, we have to give like angle constraint. So go to angle constraint here and select YZ plane of this guide bush and YZ plane this bottom. And now make here parallelism and press OK. Now you can check how much degrees of freedom for this part guide bush. So right click to this, go to here, component degrees of freedom, and now you can see the warning is coming. Is degrees of freedom analysis. There is no degrees of freedom for guide bush. So some name is different maybe given here. So no problem. Just change here name. Okay. Now as same we want this and this also. So use again this reuse pattern here. Select this as first and make sure to choose this rectangle pattern of this bottom plate first of all. And now make sure to generate this constraint and apply here. Now you can see the same pattern is connect. Now press OK and let's start to design the last part of this assembly. So click on this part 4, right click to this, change your name as top plate, give your name as top plate, press OK and make sure to double click this part to go in this part design workbench of this top plate and make sure to come part body workout and go to the sketch position sketch and once again select this top face of this guide push, make proper orientation to this and let's start to design this part. So don't waste your time to design this top, what we call this top plate. Just maybe one part you have to design, like we are creating just projection of this bottom place to make this top plate. So to go to first of all project element command, select this and this, double click to this project element to use once again, select this and now select this and select this side also and delete, select outer circle of this guide push on both sides. Now exit this 2D sketch frame. Just only one we have to create one hole here and this hole we can create after, no problem for this. And use pad command here and make sure what is pad value we have to do. So same pad value we have to do for this also, which is 30. Make sure to reverse this direction and make preview here. Now you can see this top face is created, just one hole we have to create here. So go to hole command and select this top face of this top plate and go to position sketch here and make sure that the direction of this hole. So actually this hole is present center to this rectangle. So the dimension for this comments from here to here is present at 125. This to this it is present at 70. Now you can see this is come at perfect at origin. Now exit this to this sketch perfect for this hole and make sure what is value for this hole is value for diameter value is given as 2 and make sure choose here up to next because we want this up to through this all part, make it to here and press OK. And now let's start to give dimension to this top plate. So to give dimension again left double click to this press tool base assembly and now go to dimension to this part. Make sure to give dimension. First of all we are giving offset constraint. Select this top face of this bottom plate, top face of this upper plate. Make here press OK and just check what remaining value we have constraint we have to do. So to right click to this top plate and go here top plate object component that is okay and you can see one rotation here, one translation here. So again go to angle constraint here and choose top plate YZ plane. Select first of all top plate YZ plane and bottom plate YZ plane. Make here parallelism and press OK. Now check what component is which degrees of freedom are remaining to this. So only twos are remaining, like this translation in this y-axis and translation in this x-axis. So to remove this all, go to angle constraint here, select this face, or else you can use, first of all, hide this guide pillar and this guide bush, and select center axis of this and center axis of this also, and hide this also. I can go to this points and constraint, select this axis of this and axis of this. It come this part is given already, so delete this constraint and unhide this all part. And let's check once again how much degrees of freedom we have to here. So now check, put on this top plate. Now you can see there is no degrees of freedom for the top plate in the constraint of display direction. Now we can check that our this assembly is done by using this on planes, by using this assembly constraint, and our this part is fully constrained, means no any degrees of freedom is remaining to this part. Now let's hide this on plane because we don't want this interrupt to this part. So hide this all plane. I had this constraint also. Now you can see actually we have created this part in our Catia software in assembly design workbench, and method used for this assembly is top to down approach assembly. You can see this exactly part where we have created in this. So next we have to make the explode view of this part. Here you can see the exploded state of the press to see. Where is explode to, we have to check first, and now here you can check the explode view. So select this explode view, just press OK here. Now you can see this explode view is like this for this part. So here this is end of our video.